Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to another good day, good evening, or good night wherever you are. We are out here rocking and rolling with some more custom format gameplay. We're going to be trying to see what we can come up with, what seems reasonable. We're going to be discussing some of Pick-a-Pack Yu-Gi-Oh! We'll be discussing a little bit of simultaneous Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe trying to do a little bit of gameplay on Dueling Book, because it is one of the only ones that allows you to just move the cards however you so wish. That's a little bit easier than just pulling it up on Tabletop Sim, and because you can still just do 1v1. So that is going to be how we will be rocking and rolling for a bit of today. We're just going to be waiting a little bit to see if our other players want to be able to show up. So part of what I've been trying to do is figure out an alternate way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That accomplishes one of the goals that we want. What are the goals that we want? One of the big things that is by large, far stretching, far more than anything else that's been going on, is that we're trying to make we're trying to do a series kind of format. So we're coming up with like Pick-a-Pack Yu-Gi-Oh! Hydrolander was originally coming out because we wanted to find a format that might allow more of that sort of janky gameplay to happen. And one of the things that I've been doing is interviewing a bunch of my peers who also enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And some of the most large recurring things that people bring up is they like janky / niche interactions, being able to use cards in new and interesting ways and seeing how that interacts in the game. They also just like being able to navigate interesting board states. They like having that feeling of, picking a board apart or setting up through interaction, maybe using their interaction optimally. And these are some aspects that we're going to be taking into trying to navigate and come up with other formats in the future. But I see that I am accompanied by Blade Wolf. Blade Wolf, how are you doing this fine? Yeah, that is awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. But the first place that we're going to be going, I just have Dueling Book pulled up for a nice little visual in the background. But the first thing we're going to be doing is actually doing some discussion about Pick-a-Pack Yu-Gi-Oh! So, one of the things that we have been trying to figure out is part of this. Alright, I forgot. This is one of the things where I need to actually zoom in to make it mildly legible. That should make it reasonable. One of the things is primarily it's about picking from week to week. We have this idea of doing this series from week to week. Each week we will open new packs. However, as opposed to it just being a standard progression for a billion years, it's going to be a set number of weeks, and the packs from each week can be different and or not as linear as just the progression of years through Yu-Gi-Oh! Or it might be the progression of years through Yu-Gi-Oh!, but they won't be literally pack after pack after pack. And as opposed to opening a full box of any one set, we're alternatively going to each open a little more than half a box, but roughly a half a box of each. Yeah, I could see that being clean, especially in terms of explaining it, of just literally being like, yeah, we each get half a box. But one of the biggest things we're thinking about is that primarily the current set categories that either Yugioh Prague or YGOPRODECK.com have for their packs, they don't really divide them in a nice way per se. Like, even if we were to say, like, you can only pick one of this style of pack or one of that style of pack, you're still picking between, like, 12, 13, 15, 20 such packs. And alternatively, you could be picking between maybe 5 packs, or maybe only 2 packs, or maybe only 3 packs, because there are only 3 battle packs out there. And that's a very not standard sort of way of having to pick packs from week to week, where some weeks will feel like you have no choice, and some weeks you'll have too much choice, decision paralysis. So this set category idea, I think, is not really going to fly. Let me do a little... Oh, can I do strike through on Google Doc? Oh, no, they don't do strike through. I'll just highlight it in red then. I like strike through. Strike through looks nice. So the only other one we had was by year. So I sent you a question a little bit earlier, asking about, like, so we had this idea of just, literally, like, do it year by year. But what I also proposed, like, what if we did it like maybe group them 2 years at a time? Would that be too many? Or maybe we do it like group like years divisible by 4 or something. But so what do you think? Do you think 1 year is enough decision in of itself, or do you think we could expand it a little bit? Going 1 year at a time. Okay, and this would be not just like core sets, but like all sets that were released during that time. Well, I just wanted to ask for clarification. Also, where could I'm trying to pull up a really nice list of all packs by release date, and I am struggling to find that on Yugioh Pro Deck. Wait, Yugioh Prog does it? YugiohProg.com/pack opener. Nope, this also doesn't do it by year. Well, I guess it does literally have TCG release date tagged on it. So yeah, so starting from the TCG core boosters, we see that 2002 has exactly 4 packs. We see that 2003 has 5 packs for the TCG. 2004 has 4 packs. 2005 has 4 packs. Yeah, so from the TCG core booster packs, they have about 4 per each. Let me just look. So this is going off of Yugioh Prog. Let me just look at the other sets to see how many there are about per year. Like hidden. So, oh, those also vary a lot between what was in per year. Well, not a lot. It's either between the side booster packs. It looks like you get between maybe 1 or 2 side sets a year, at least at the beginning. Let's just keep going. Oh, well, this one had 3 side sets in it. Okay, that's important to note. This one had 3 side sets. This one has 2017 has 4 side sets. 2018 has 4 side sets. Okay, so adding in the side sets towards the later years about doubles the number of sides of total sets you're picking from. So eight different packs to me feels like because if I'm thinking about us picking from only say 4 packs, right? That means 4, like in terms of the way that if we were to do it for multiple series, right? It would look very well, actually no, I could just literally do the math. So it would be 4 sets. So hypothetically the first person has 4 sets to pick from. The second person has 3 sets to pick from. That'd be 12 divided by 2. There's like 6 different combinations to pick 4 core sets in, right? I'm trying to think of, does that feel unique enough? Yeah, there's only 6 ways to uniquely pick 2 packs out of a set of 4. And if the like if we were to do it in the way we were thinking before, where winner picks first, loser picks second, so they can, like, you know, think about what the first person picked. The first person's picking from 4 packs, and the second person's only really picking from 3 packs. And alternatively, if the first person's picking from 8, that's like a lot more, and the second person's picking from 7. I'm just trying to think of, does 3 feel like enough choice? Is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, that's true. And some years there's like 5 core sets as opposed to 4, just due to how the release schedule worked. So I could totally just see doing core sets. I guess the one thing about doing only core sets is that you'll never be able to open Punk, for example. Or well, you'll never be able, like, towards the end of like these sets, right? Like, you have Punk support in Oh shoot. Deer Note came out in Power of the Elements, I think. But you, for example, won't have any of the other pieces of Punk support. That's how a bit of these newer sets look a little whack. It's part of why in progression, I remember like a lot of people did want them to open from Hidden Arsenal, but they just weren't because they weren't doing side sets. If we're okay with just the later sets feeling weird of like you get an ultra rare, but your ultra rare is like literally useless. Yeah, that's gonna. The only way for that to not absolutely happen, no matter what, is like if we opened like from every possibility, but that's too much. So yeah, that you're right. That hmm I guess specifically in the later years, we could literally say like I was saying, right? Like the later years have like well, they have like 3 sets released in the side. I'm trying to think of some way to have it be like let's see now 2020 2021 so 2020 had 4 side sets released. 2021 had 3 side sets. I could see some way of us weaving in between weeks of doing core sets and side sets, at least for like the later-ish years. Well, I guess here's the second question. The second question I proposed. Every set or every progression series per se always starts from Legends of Blue Eyes. Do we want to start from LOB Classic? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Looking down here, the first like side sets start in the Synchro era. What do you think about starting? I was thinking of Synchro era versus Xyz era in terms of a start year. What do you think? Okay, so that would be like Duelist Genesis to Crossroads of Chaos. So just because, so we could start from 2018. That's Phantom Darkness, Light of Destruction, Duelist Genesis, Crossroads of Chaos, and then go up from there. All right, let me make a note on our big old rules document here. So starting with 2008 core, um, we have. I guess the other interesting thing about the side sets is that they start with not many releases and then increase as things go. But we could just have it be in some way if we make sure we just select between 4 or 5 in some capacity. In some in some capacity, it might feel. Actually, what if we just don't pull side sets because they have Pendulum Evolution? Yeah, let's just not do. And they also have. Yeah, let's just not do side sets. Actually, we'll just suffer with. And I think core sets have more of the interesting like limited common interactions, anyways. Right? Probably. Yeah. Well, Yugioh Prague lists it as a side set. Yeah. So that's why I was calling it a side set. Its categorization I think is a little bit better than YGOPRODECK.com, which is literally the only way I remember what this website is called at all. I know it's Yugo Pro Deck, but it's always YGOPRODECK.com. Because what does its categories look? All right, because it has like these categories of Astral Pack, Battle Pack, Champion Pack, Duel. Right, right. It was that everything for. Okay, yeah, it has Ever's is just Venner's app is just mumbling right now. Oh no, I'm about to wreck myself. Yeah, I like the Yugo Prague division more than the Yugo Pro deck, but that's just a me thing. Yeah. If we're only doing core packs either way, there's literally no difference. Core packs are core packs, and those are very well defined. So that really doesn't matter. Especially since I think Yugioh Prague actually references the actual lists off of Yugioh Pro deck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the core sets. Yeah. Yep, they do list them by year. There's a couple years where they like just due to the probably just like a very like small like January versus December release date. Sometimes we'll have 5, but I think for the most part it's like very solidly 4. Yeah, I'm just like scrolling forward from here, and yeah, it's all like 4. Yeah, yeah. So it's very consistent. Just say pick a year, have 4 from that. Have 4 packs to pick from. First person picks from 4. Second person picks from the remainder 3, and then you each get half of the box. Shuffle up and play. And now, yes. Yeah. Right. For this, it's a lot less of being like, hey, what is just has like the kind of thing you're looking for vaguely, since it's very likely that with everything in the same year, right? Which I think is probably fine to some capacity. It really did feel nice being able to be like, dang, this pack is like significantly better for mine than yours. But I think there will still be maybe a little bit of being like, I get to utilize, I don't know, this pack has like a fire sub theme, and I happen to have a bit more fire sub theme stuff than you right now. Of course, it means you get the fire sub theme stuff, and maybe the next pack it's like, oh, now I want to choose from the water sub theme. But I know core sets do tend to go through a cycle of that sort of sub theming, like if, for example, Phantom Darkness, Light of Destruction, literally the light and dark packs. Then we have the Duelist Genesis, which I don't know if it had a sub theme. I know Shining Darkness had another a light versus dark theming between Absolute Power Force and Shining Darkness. And then I know Photon Shockwave and Order of Chaos has a... No, it's Order of Chaos and Galactic Overload has like a light versus dark theming. And then I know Return of the Duelist has an Earth theme, Abyss Rising has a water theme, Cosmo Blader has a fire theme, Attack and Galaxy has another wind theme. Yeah, Lord of Attack and Galaxy has a wind theme, but it actually has a Dragon Ruler theme, but you know, that's specific there. Judgment of Light, Shadow Spectre, yeah, so they tend to have like various like sub themes per set. And I think that's still meaningful to be like, hey, I'll find the one that has a meaningful sub theme. Oh yes, I was just about to pull that up. So we go down the booster packs, close those up, close up the tins, close up Speed Duel, close up the Duelist packs, tool cards, and others. Starting from the starter decks, we have, in 2008, we have exactly one starter deck for 2008 and one starter for 2009. That is fine. Let's look at the structure decks, I guess. I know we were trying to focus on... Oh yeah, and structure decks has exactly Dark Emperor and Zombie World. Ah, yes. Classic. Do we still want to start with a... Do we want to start with the starter decks, or do we want to start with the structure decks? I was about to do the comparison between them to look at it. All right. All right, let's look at 2008. We got our vanilla tuners and Toon Warrior Water Spirit. We got Axe Raider. We got Dark Blade, Charcoal, and... So we got a bunch of vanillas, as starter decks tend to have. We got our tuner monster, Junk Synchron. We got the warrior monster, Speed Warrior. Love that. A couple tuner stuff, Copycat, UFO. Oh, UFO Turtle, Mystic Tomato. Those guys are fun. We got Exiled Force, so we have some creature removal in 2008. Monster removal. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Synchro Wave Blast is monster removal. Warrior Returning Live, Smashing Ground, Rush Rise. It has a Lightning Vortex. Oh my god. That's pretty powerful. Symbols of Duty, Threatening Roar. We got the... Oh boy. We have to see if 2009 has Spell and Trap removal. We have to see if we have... Do we have Spell... We have Twister? Dude, what if Scrap Iron Scarecrow is secretly a menace in our format? Yeah. Oh no. Sakuretsu Armor, Divine Wrath, 7 tools of ban. So we need specifically the 7 tools to counter the Scrap Iron Scarecrow? Oh no. I guess you could chain Twister to the activation of Scrap Iron Scarecrow to destroy it and not negate it. Ay, ay, ay. Then Junk Warrior, Gaia Knight, and Colossal Fighter. There's a lot of effect removal in here, so the Colossal Fighter probably doesn't just single-handedly win the entire game. But it's still a good boss monster. Notable thing is, like, it is lacking good generic spell and trap removal. The only thing it has is the Twister. Is its only piece of, like, spell and trap removal from 2008. Ooh, boy. Let's take a look at 2009, then. The only thing is that it has... No, it has only one of the same synchros. The other one has... The other one... Yeah. Yeah, the other one has Colossal Fighter and Gaia Knight. So, Road Warrior is worse than Colossal Fighter. That much is just a thing. They both have Scrap Iron Scarecrow. This one does have Dust Tornado, though. It does have Dust Tornado, so you can... It has Dust Tornado and Twister. So it has two outs to Scrap Iron Scarecrow instead of just one. Emergency Provisions, X-Saber Galahad, Airbell, and Magna Drago Sonachix, Gungel, Speed Warrior, Junk Warrior. This one has Quillbolt Hedgehog, which is pretty nice. It has Penguins. Oh gosh. Penguin Soldier is so good against Synchro monsters. But again, we're never playing these decks purely by themselves. The first week we're always opening a pack as well. So we don't have to only think about these. They do seem pretty comparable. They seem pretty comparable. They seem very similar. So the reason for having us have both of them is honestly just for the reason for us to say we start with different things, but they're very similar. Like, I guess this one's a little bit better for, like, the water pack, because it has more water monsters. Yeah, not immediately available, no. Yeah. Wait. I think the first water pack is Generation Force with the Generation Fish. So yeah. Good call. Good. Big Jaws. That's a water. But you're right. All the other Generation Fish are all wins. Oh, no. But yeah, I could see... I could see us... Low-key, maybe we should both start with 2009 just so we both have at least 2 pieces of spell trap removal. Yeah. Yeah, because with one of the decks only having 1 piece, that's a little rough. Let's look at the 5D starter deck Duelist Toolbox. I know it's 2 years later, but maybe it's also like the exact same. They get rid of the high-level Tribute Summon Vanilla, which is something to make note of. But other than that, we still have... Oh, this one has Maneater Bug, has Chainsaw... Oh, this one has Worm Apocalypse, so that's 1 piece of spell and trap removal. We got a Flip Summon. We got Junk Warrior, Speed Warrior, Quillbolt Hedgehog, Galahad. We got Fortress Warrior, we got Turret Warrior, Twin Sword Marauder, Dark Tinger. We got Quick Draw Synchron! We got Half Shut, Giant Trinade, Card Destroy... Ooh, that's fascinating. Reinforcement, Rhoda, Returning Alive, Mary Courage, Enemy Controller. We have 2 pieces of, like, monster-ish removal, assuming enemy controller lets it have a low enough defense point stat. We have a Maneater Bug. That's some monster removal there as well. Hammer Shot, We got Wild Tornado. Oh, this has Regeki Break though. Regeki Break is really good. It's very flexible and it does solve problems. In like low limited, it's very good for removing like stack up a very powerful boss monster, but it also does require a discard. Sakura. Oh, we also got Sakuretsu armor. That's nice. Threatening Roar. Defense draw. And then, this is the one that comes with Junk Destroyer. Notably, it does not come with Junk Warrior, though. Junk Destroyer, however, is Junk Synchron specific, but it can pop, like, anything. Target cards on the field up to the number of non-tuner monsters used for the Synchro Summon and destroy those targets. So it's a pretty powerful boss monster if you get to it. So that's the 2010 starter deck. It definitely, without the Junk Warrior, it's like it doesn't have as easy of just like a quick boss monster to get into, but maybe that's good. It definitely feels more powerful than the other two, which I guess makes sense with the progression in time. So how much do we want to have power in our initial starter deck? Which also gives us spell and trap removal, essentially. I definitely think it's going to be. I definitely think either the 2010 or the 2009 is the one we should go for, though. Just 2008 not having any like quote unquote real spell and trap removal makes me scared. Oh yeah, let's I can go ahead and pull those up as well because that's how I have my stream set up. All right, so we got Phantom Darkness. Let's take a look here. Secret rares, high rarity secret rares. Not super worried about those. Super rares, we'll get maybe a couple of D's. Let's look at the commons and rares to see if we can get some of the baseline. And again, we don't necessarily need to make someone take their pick for like making sure people have spell and trap removal. But let's just take a look at Phantom Darkness real quick. What do we got? We got a Immortal Bushi. That's a fun little warrior guy. The Imprisoned Queen Archfiend. Spell Chronicle, which removes your own spell and traps from your deck. Gladiator Proving Ground. All right, nothing in Phantom Darkness for generic removal wise. Light of Destruction. We got the best card, Dynapachi Cephalo. Oh no. Yes. Yeah. That is a solemn. What rarity? Oh, Lila is a super rare baseline. Wait, where's Lila in this set? What? No, because I thought things only appear as an ultimate rare if they're in the set elsewhere as well. Like ultimate rares were an upshifted rarity for like cards that were already in the set. I know some are rares, but like okay, let me open Lila in a new pen. Let's see, it's all right, card sets. Here we go. It was printed in the structure deck Realm of Light as a common. Oh wait, no, it's oh, these aren't sorted by release date. Yup. Oh, it's a Light of Destruction ultra rare and a Light of Destruction ultimate rare. So, I don't. Yes, I know, right? So many printings. Man, looking at these packs, our first week is going to look very fascinating. Very fascinating. Duelist Genesis has super rare magical android. That's something good to make with our Junk Synchrons. Desynchro is a synchro removal piece. I see the selection you were talking about. Oh, Destructotron is. You just have to have psychic monsters. Yeah, but he is pretty good spell and trap removal. Oh, just during the end phase it does. It doesn't require another one. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So we might not need to pick the structure deck with Regeki Break in it. We could go 2009. We got ourselves Plague Spreader and Titanial in the rares. We got Iron Chain, Psychic Life Transfer. We got a couple of short prints. Aw, man. Yugioh Pro deck has started keeping track of short prints. No! Dude, Jade Knight is like a card. Yes. Raw May you had in that cube, right? Because it added any level 2 or lower light monster. It's light. Yeah. Knight and Sorcerer. Secret Rare. This has Treacherous Trap Hole in it. That'd be a good card to pull. Secret Rare, though. Morphtronics don't count as removal. Botanical Girl doesn't count as removal. Yeah. So it looks Gozen. We can be Gozen matching. All right. Okay. So I think the only spell and trap removal we could pull reasonably is the Destructotron from what we just looked at. That's only if someone picks Duelist Genesis to open from. Yeah. Our polls are literally the exact same. So I guess the question is, in terms of spell and trap removal, 2010 only had on top of the, like, Tornado is basically the same as Twister, only pops to face up. It has, as a bonus, it has Regeki Break, it has the Worm Apocalypse. Are, like, the bonuses that it has. Yeah, it's like, shoot, it's like Crimson Ninja. Yes, it's like Raikou, if it was like 1% of Raikou's power. Yeah, so I'm kind of feeling 2010 just because, like, I don't know what to do with vanilla tribute monsters. Yeah. Maybe Regeki Break is too powerful, but I think it'll quickly get. It'll. Oh wait, Regeki Break is also in 2008, 2009. So what? So 2009 has like Penguin Soldier instead of Worm Apocalypse. Scalengion. We are but wait, what if you're not allowed to flip summon your Apocalypse because your Gozen locked? You'll have to get rid of your entire field so you can flip summon your Worm Apocalypse. Yeah, I think, and then there's the idea of, like, if you, choose Duelist Genesis, I might just choose, like, I might choose the set that has Summon Limit and instead of Gozen Match, you know? Summon Limit. It does have Limit Reverse, though, and I really like Limit Reverse as a card. I really like Limit Reverses. Oh, it also has Substitute in it, though. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's very unlikely for us to ever get enough to... Oh, actually, yeah. We don't have any of the sack outlets, given that we're starting from 2008. You're... What set did Swap Frog come out in? But it has so much text on it. How could it be a super old card? Oh yeah, we're gonna get to Swap Frog as a possibility. Swap Frog is 2009. I still might pick Like of Destruction just for the... Yes. We just have to wait until much later. Yeah. Yeah, it's not happening. And I still don't think we have any of the sack outlets. Like, we won't have Mass Driver or Cannon Soldier in the format, for example. It would just be a bunch of guys. Yeah, Crimson Crisis Radio Man. Alrighty. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do 2010. We'll both get 1-star deck from 2010. That's just how that is. So let me just write this down here. We're both starting with... So we're going to start with 2010 starter deck. Yeah, we start with a 2010 starter deck, and we're starting with a 2008 core set. I guess this is the first week we'll just decide it simultaneously-ish, which I guess you've already decided that you want to go with the Duelist Genesis. And I mean, the Duelist Genesis is so cool. I might just go Crossroads of Chaos just because I also want more Synchro Monsters. I think I like Synchro Monsters more than I like the possibility of... I mean, Limit Reverse helps. What rarity is Raikou? Let me just take a quick peek at this guy. It's a super rare. Oh, it's a super rare, though. Union Attack doesn't do anything. We don't have any Jinzo for Jinzo Lord. Ducker Mobile Cannon isn't great. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick Crossroads of Chaos. I mean, it'd be cool to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna introduce Substitute to the format, but also like, nah. I mean, it's been reintroduced to the TCG and still no one's doing anything with it. Alright. I got timed out due to inactivity. Gosh darn it. So, our sets are Duelist Genesis and Crossroads of Chaos. And it's going to be 12 packs of each. 12 packs of each. Yeah, and I think we can just start doing that from week to week. How many weeks do you think we should make the series be? Let's see. We got 2008. Every year would be another year, so we could technically go up until like 2020, which was the last time they had 4 core sets released. So which would be like 2020 would be 12 episodes. That's a lot. Technically, we would have to do an odd number just so we have a definitive best. Do you want to do like a 7 episodes, 9 episodes? Let's just do 7. Yeah, going for 7 weeks. Best of 7 weeks is the series winner, and whatever comes with that. I think that seems reasonable. All right, cool. So, 2010, the 2010 starter deck, which gives us, just to go over it one more time, we are going to get a Battle Footballer, a Blazing Apache, a Toon Warrior, a Rapid Warrior, goes cha-cha-cha-cha, a Synchron Explorer, a Maneater Bug, Hayabusa Knight, Chainsaw Insect, Worm Apocalypse, a Junk Synchron, Speed Warrior, Quillbolt Hedgehog, X-Saber Galahad, Fortress Warrior, Turret Warrior, Twin Sword Marauder, Doc Tinker, Quick Draw Synchron, Half Shut, Giant Trunade, Card Destruction, Reinforcement of the Army, good card, The Warrior Returning Alive, also pretty good for limited, Banner of Courage, Enemy Controller, Hammer Shot, Monster Reincarnation, Synchrobusto, Wild Tornado, Trap Hole, Dust Tornado, Raigeki Break, Rope of Life, Secret Barrel, Sakuretsu Armor, Threatening Roar, Rising Energy, Defense Draw, Junk Destroyer, X-Saber Urbellum, Gaia Knight the Force of Earth, and X-Saber Wayne. I don't know who I was reading that for, just for whoever is watching. Now you know everything. But yeah, that's everything that we're starting off with. And then from there, we're just going to yeet yacht yote into week to week to week to see what we can got happening. And it'll be interesting to see. Oh, well, fascinating. Yeah. In fact, I could open this on stream as well, but I mean, are we trying to do the first day right now? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. While we're deck building, I can do some talking about the other Yu-Gi-Oh that I was thinking about. The simultaneous Yu-Gi-Oh, which is I think it could be very fun. Starter deck. Yes. Starter deck 2009. What was the 2010 starter deck called? Toolbox. There we go. It's called a Toolbox. Yes. Oh man, I remember getting these when I was first getting into Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh my god, so iconic. But yeah. So I guess I'll just pull up the rules real quick because I called it the cooking format because I feel like I was cooking the whole time. But so for everybody watching, to give some context, in this Reddit post that Blade Wolf sent to me, someone on the interwebs already thought about trying to apply Legend of Runeterra rules to Yu-Gi-Oh! What are Legend of Runeterra rules? Essentially, when you take an action, you guys pass back and forth taking those actions until the Actually, I've never played Legends of Runeterra before. I'm just talking about literally what this post says. So I'm just going to have this post pulled up. But essentially, the idea would be you take a sorcery or like a on your turn ignition priority action, such as normal summoning a monster, activating a spell, setting a trap, activating the ignition ability of a face-up card. And once you do that, your opponent then gets to respond with a quick effect, then you get to respond with a quick effect, regular Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the stack resolves. Or the chain resolves. Stack is a different game. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Once the chain resolves, as opposed to the turn player, or the traditional turn player taking the next ignition priority action, it would actually be the opponent that could take the next priority action, including, but not limited to, normal summoning a monster, activating ignition abilities, and all that kind of stuff. Oh no, late shifting. You're trying to offer me a promotion to my channel viewers and views with chatbots? I am so sorry. I am not interested in that. But going into what I was talking about is that you guys are then sort of interweaving and interlaying your building a board. You go, I normal summon Stratos. Your opponent goes, I normal summon Aluber. You go, I activate the effect of Ferris in hand. They go, I activate Branded Fusion. And the big thing that lines up off of this is that the attacks are still all done as a separate phase for the going second player, of being they essentially get to declare attacks during the battle phase. The main difference I wanted to do, because I think it would add a whole nother dimension to it, is I wanted to have in the anime where Yugi and Kaiba could literally say, I'm going to destroy your monster before you do anything with it. Where, in addition to the ignition speed priority actions I was talking about before, normal summoning monster, activating ignition events, all that stuff, you could also say, this specific monster on my field is going to declare an attack. Then you go into like a mini battle phase, I'm calling it, because I want stuff that activates during the battle phase to be able to activate during that time, where that monster you declare then declares an attack on one of your opponent's monsters. And it would allow high statted normal summon monsters to have additional value of taking guys off the battlefield. You'd be able to attack and remove some of the resources. And then you would go back to like the main phase. Ignition priority would pass back and forth again because you used your ignition priority to declare an attack. And then you would like indicate with like either a counter or tilting it a little bit to say this monster is already attacked. Monsters that have already attacked can't declare further attacks on that turn per se. And then just like regular passing back and forth, you have to wait for both players to pass for it to be end phase. And then on the draw phase, both players would draw, and then the same thing would start over again. Blade Wolf, what do you think of this idea of allowing you to attack your opponent's monster in the middle of them trying to combo? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there would be no summoning sickness. The only small thing is that for the sake of cards to activate, it would technically count as a battle phase, but like a single instance of battle would be the battle phase. I believe Raw 10 would go crazy, yes. Because each individual monster would count as having a battle phase. I figured it's better to do it, well, unless Raw 10 is a hard once per turn. Because, like, why would there be more battle phases, right? Raw 10. Oh, shoot, how do you spell this guy's name? Oh, they did it. Heavenly General, I think. Raw 10, the Heavenly General. There we go. Chibo's once per turn during the standby phase. You target. Okay, that one is once per turn during the standby phase. At the start of the battle phase, you target one card your opponent. You can only use it. Yeah. So if you made 2 Raw 10s, you couldn't have them both activate and pop. But it also is like, oh, each battle phase doesn't do many. The reason for that is that there are cards that say, like, during the battle phase, do this, and they're only useful during the battle phase, and I figured it's better for there to battle phases to exist than for there to literally be nothing considered a battle phase. But, yeah, let's look up, because I think all the War Rock stuff is still hard once per turn, isn't it? Let's look at War Rock Mountain, yeah. When this card is activated at the start of the battle phase, if you control no monsters or monsters, you can special War Rock monster for your hand, a different name for the monsters. No, you could have War Rock Mountain just dump out a bunch of guys at the start of the battle phase. So I guess that is something, but you know, in the same vein idea of people saying they want formats to have additional niche interactions, I think War Rock. Same idea. In fact, multiple battle phases would specifically help benefit those decks that don't get benefit from the TCG because no one uses the battle phase, except unless they're killing you. So, again, a reminder from the beginning of the stream. One of the core ideas of even bothering to come up with a custom format like this is to help there be janky nature, janky cards, janky interactions, but to also induce that feeling of interleaving complicated interactions of playing through interruptions or playing through an opponent's board. And I think the idea of trying to weave in your actions simultaneously with the opponent helps get that second point. Because, like, you literally have to think of, like, oh, I need to out this before I do this, but maybe you need to do this before they get to something like that. And then I know this is very generic talking, but, like, helps have that, like, sort of, like, fun puzzle solving idea while allowing for just normal summon a 2k guy to be kind of powerful because your opponent goes, oh no. Special summon Kashtira, you're right, will always beat normal summon a 2k guy. That's just how the format is. Yeah. Yeah. But What if instead you go normal summon Forcia and then attack? Now, now we're thinking with portals. The one thing that that this rule set does not account for very well is a bunch of triggered abilities. A bunch of triggered abilities that go off. I only really see it being a problem in exactly branded. So, for a bunch of other things, like they all trigger, they go on a very long chain, they all resolve, but then you still can't do a sorcery speed action. So, the issue with the branded situation, like, branded is very specific because it's the exact one I thought of, and spoiler alert, it is the one that oh no, they timed me out to do an activity, I forgot. It was the one that I decided to bring to sort of stress test this format, but sorcery speed, activate branded fusion. You do the fusion, summon Albion. Albion is a triggered effect on summon to then do the next fusion. So you could still uninterrupted make Mirror Jade, which is very good. This works a lot more for the sort of long, like it disincentivizes the super long, uninterrupted solitaire combo decks, which people mention not liking super a lot, but it does not equally handicap the very powerful, just like mid-rangey summon Fenrir or summon Mirror Jade. I guess the biggest thing is that it allows you to attempt to interact with Mirror Jade before they then set up everything else. But yeah. Yeah. So, like, they summon Mirror Jade and you go, like, okay, I'm going to... Like, they summon Mirror Jade, then you, as part of your sorcery spell action, go, I summon Fenrir. Now your opponent goes, oh no. I either have to... do something else with this Mirror Jade, or I either have to do Mirror Jade, Banish, or Fenrir right now at sorcery speed, at ignition. Like, even though it's a quick effect, if you choose to activate it at ignition priority speed, I would say that would use your ignition priority and would pass back. Or they go, if I do anything else, you could just use Fenrir to banish off the Mirror Jade, and then they could chain Mirror Jade to banish the Fenrir, but Fenrir would do the damage by that point. So, hyper-specific example, but the hope is that that generalizes enough to motivate these sort of interleaving of decks. I went to the wrong tab. I meant to go to this one. Oh no. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Cooking format, because I was cooking when I thought of this. Any thoughts, comments, concerns, or anything else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you get to mid their... Yes. Traps become even more apparently slow. I know on the Reddit thread they suggested, like, helping traps out somehow. Maybe that's something we could look into as well. Yeah, I think it was... Who was it? Was it, Yeah, there was one person here that was like, oh, just make sure you set a trap using ignition priority, and then you could activate it after that as a normal trap. And I'm like, but then it's the same as just setting it and being able to activate it the turn it's set. Yeah, so then they go, I normal summon Aluber, and you go, I will chain by activating Dimensional Barrier, because it's allowed to be activated at spell speed 2 on the chain. And then it's like, well, shizzalicious, right? So, yeah. So, I don't know how to solve that problem. Yeah, you can just, if you really want to do that, you can just, as your first action, activate Temple of the Kings. Yeah, you just go activate Temple of the King. They go normal summon. You go activate Temple of the Kings, set one trap, and then you can activate it. That's how you can do it. Yeah. You are right that continuous normal spells get a huge increase, and quick play spells in particular get a huge, massive increase in playability. Because your opponent can go normal summon Alubur, and you go chain from hand. Quick play spells are also just good. That is true. But yeah, your opponent can go. I don't know. I'm doing like my Cyberse combo thing. You somehow let me get to like 4 monsters on field, and you go Raigeki, and they go, oh no. The only way to really know is just try it out, I guess. Well, I was just putting that out as discussion since I'm absolutely down to try it out. Again, I pulled up a very wrong tab. I have a very basic, just TCG branded deck that I ported over to see, without even considering it, does the format have problems? Because there's probably going to be a chance that we can like find more problems as if we choose to want to dive into this format. Yes. 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 That's probably the best for yeah. Is there anything that cares about specific players' battle phases or just main phases? Okay. Yes. Well, it. Yeah. So I guess one thing we need to figure out is like ownership of phases. I guess the question is, does it swap back and forth, or does it swap back and forth, or does it just be the turn player? Let's just try being to goes to turn player. Goes to turn player for now. Let's just play it like that for now. I think it's just, just pick one and test it out, right? So even though you are going to be taking sorcery speed actions, it will still be your opponent's main phase, quote unquote. I guess it's very weird for some are there normal spells that say during your main phase 1 on activation? Oh gosh. Pot of at the start of your main phase 1. They do say your main phase 1, don't they? At the start of your main phase 1. We could just have it be our main phase 1 and just say both players have ownership. Okay. I guess there are other cards that say anytime not during your main phase, right? Yeah, I guess we could just say you have to wait for the turn to literally pass back to you to activate Pot of Extravagance. That's probably fine. Yeah. Let's start with this just to keep it simple for now. Yeah. And I just have a straight up ported Revs cards branded Despiad list that I'm just going to try it out with. And disclaimer for everybody watching. I don't usually use Dueling Book. We're only using it because we need to have the ability to normal summon on the opponent's turn, and no automatic simulator does that. So yeah. Let me see if I can get a Let's go to a dual room. Going for unlimited. Edgy Kana. Classic. The deck branded. Perfect. I'm waiting for it. Alrighty. Well, this is to determine who goes first. So you are... Well, you can choose first or second. That is true. And that's for the ignition. That's for getting the first ignition and for, I guess, custody of the main phase. All right. So I have ignition priority, so I will go first. My first action will be to normal summon Aluber the Jester of Despia. I will declare a triggered effect, which will add a branded card from deck to hand. Man, you did the thumbs up. Cool. So I will view my deck. I will add from my deck to my hand a copy of Branded Lost. And now, nothing else is triggering, so now you have ignition priority. All right. Fascinating. I wonder what deck makes rank 7s. Yeah, you have to banish 6, I know. Oh. Playing Kashtira Dogmatica. Ah, fascinating. I see the terraforming you were talking about. We have Fenrir and Theosai. Yes. Yeah. Because those are now on the bottom. I will. No, it's not worth taking just the 1800 here and giving you back priority. Giving you back priority right now is so bad, knowing what's going on. So I will go ahead and I will activate Branded Lost as my priority, ignition priority, and it goes back to you. All right, we have the Fenrir. I have no effects on summon. So I will activate during your main phase. You can add one. I guess this is the question now. It's like, are you allowed to activate Fenrir when I pass ignition priority back to you? It says during your main phase. Yeah. With the current way the rules are set up, you're not allowed, which is very fast. It might just be a quick of hand that they use when just making these cards, because it just conventionally makes sense. But yeah, it makes Fenrir not as good right now. But Oh, do they all say during your main phase? Oh, fascinating, fascinating. Yeah. Yeah. This rule of phase custody does matter. It does matter. Let's go for... Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I could go for a trigger effect. Because if I activate this and then go for a that... Fenrir is a once per turn, isn't it? No, it's... You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. Yes. So yeah, we're just going to go straight into a Branded Fusion then. And we're going to send to graveyard a copy of Albaz and a copy of... I think this deck goes for a Lubellion. Well, I guess I already have Branded Loss, so that doesn't actually do anything. So we're going to go for Cartesia? Yeah. In order to summon a copy of Albion. Now triggers will activate. So we'll go Chainlink 1, Albion. We'll declare. And we'll go Chainlink 2, Branded Lost. So Branded Lost will add to hand a copy of Mech Courier. And then we will banish our copy of... Yeah, we just banish Albaz. So we banish Albaz and we banish Albion in order to summon our Mirror Jade. Special summon attack. Oh. Yes. And I'm gonna put Branded Lost back on the field. Yes, you may now respond to effects on summon. Well, actually you have an ignition. Yeah. Alright, you're going to activate. I will declare Mercurier. I will... There are so many lines on this. Where is... To graveyard? There we go. And it will be negated. And unless you have anything on resolution, it will be your go. Does it say during your main phase? If your opponent has activated a monster effect during this turn, which I have, you may set one normal spell effect from your deck, but I control a monster, so you may add it to hand. Yup. Go ahead. Oh, that is something pretty good to grab off of that. I'm trying to think, like, do I attack now with Mirror Jade over the Fenrir, or do I attack over something else? If you do it during like fully open game state, it would pass back to you because I still did it during my ignition window. I guess the question is, if I did it in response to thrust, though, would it then be my ignition? Because, like, technically those are different things, but in, like, the... Right. Before my... So, technically I could say on resolution of thrust banish, and then I could attack directly. I'm guessing I'm trying to go for game in some capacity, right? How do I want to do this? I'm really interested in seeing what else says that. Let's go. Let's see if we can. What, Fenrir is an Earth 2400? Well, dang. I'm gonna have to get more familiar with this deck because I think I don't actually have a whole lot left to do. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. I did not go for the long con long enough. Shoot nuggets. Right. And I can still declare attacks on your turn, so I could just try to go for like Omega Lethals. That's probably worth something. Yeah. We'll say on resolution of thrust, I activate Mirror Jade. Just because, you know, everything, but I will declare. I will pay as cost. I will dump this copy of Albion. And I will banish. And then during my ignition, I will declare a attack with Aluber. So I will enter a mini battle phase where Aluber is going to be declaring a direct attack. Yes. And now it passes back to you. Mm-hmm. In response to Nadir's Servant, I will activate Branded Opening, which technically also doesn't have a cost, but does Branded Opening resolve? Alright, so I will discard this Nib to Graveyard. Now I'm going to special summon... what do I have in here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got the Dueling Book lag. View. There we go. I will special summon a copy of You Do Something, right? Yeah, we're gonna special summon in defense. No, special summon in attack, because I'm gonna have the first priority to declare an attack again. Special summon an ad libit of Despia. Actually, no. Random opening literally summons it in defense. I'd be cheating if I summoned it in attack. Yeah, literally just cheating. Mm-hmm. Yup. All right. As replacement, I will banish Branded Opening. Yeah. Do I declare Adlib? That's like not a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I'll declare Adlib. Yeah, I guess I'll put counters on guys, but yeah. Yeah. I'm putting 8 counters on Mirror Jade to indicate that it's gained 800 attack points. It's the funnies. And Adlib also boosts itself. Trigger. And that will resolve. All right. Shoot. What do I do now? I just I can either attack Ecclesia. Ad-lib is until the end of your turn. Yes, until the end of the opponent's turn. So they're gonna be boosted for a while. Yeah, during my main phase. I need to double check if that's just a word. Yeah, that ruling actually does. It's apparently got a lot more cards than I thought. Yeah. So I will go for. I could wait for you to special summon and then no. Shoot. I already attacked with the Aluber. No. I will activate Fusion Deployment, revealing Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. I will special summon in attack position the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense, Dark Magician! And then it goes to you. On summon of Dark Magician, yes. Alright, would you like to negate someone? Ad-lib is now negated. For as much as that's worth. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a lingering event. Yeah, if it's... Mm-hmm. Yes. Probably not. But, alright. So now you have ignition priority. Woo! Yeah. It's fleur-de-lis once per turn. Yeah, it's once per turn. So it'll only be up to 35 when it passes back to me. So, yeah, the 500 attack boost is permanent, and that's pretty squarey. But I mean, because on your turn, you get to attack again. Alright, Fleur-de-lis can be destroyed by battle with extra deck monsters. Yeah. So you're doing Fleur-de-lis attack Dark Magician? Alright, I'm guessing you're activating the effect. Womp. And I will take 500. And minus. Yeah, because I gained 500. But yes, I will go to battle, and I will declare an attack on Fleur-de-lis. No, Mirji is a 3,800. Ad-lib. Ad-lib! Alright. Yep. Oh, God. Oh, no, I don't have any more effects to activate, so I'll just pass it back. Mm-hmm. Alright. No, that's during your main phase. Alright, I will once again pass it back. That proceeds to end phase. I will declare the effect of Blazing Cartesia to add it to hand. It goes to hand. I'll declare the effect of Albion the Branded Dragon. This will allow me to add to my hand or set one branded spell or trap directly from my deck. So I will take a look. What branded traps do I even have in here? Shoot. I should have thought about this more. Uh-oh. I'm going to... Wait, no. I think I can make this work. Oh, wait. This is so cool. Yeah, I'm going to add to hand. Wait, this is so cool. I'm going to add to hand branded in red. No. Albion is set it or add to hand. People always set it because in the regular TCG, I can't just activate this from hand on your turn. Yeah, I will officially click that end turn button so you can draw for turn. And you have ignition priority. Okay. Do I have anything on summon? Because I could brand it in red on summon. Oh wait, no, I don't have a Despia I literally don't have a Despia monster in my graveyard. I will normal summon Cartesia. Pointing finger, Spider-Man. Do you have anything on summon? Alright. Do I want to do anything on summon is the question. I could Cartesia on summon to summon this lad? What does this guy do? Right. So I could quick effect. I could on summon use its effect to make Gragnog. I will on summon. Yes, I will on summon activate. I will on summon activate the effect of Cartesia. Yes. So I'm just looking at a Fenrir for now. Won't. We will fusion using Cartesia and Adlib. Cartesian Adlib, yes. In order to special summon Gran Gugnoil. Special summon in attack position. It has a triggered effect, and it's a can. Yes, and then CL2 is Granganoil, and then CL3 is Branded Lost. Because if your opponent activates a spell card or effect... Yes, and I activated the effect of a spell card. Actually, no. Birth activates on a new chain, technically. Alright, so Branded Lost. Yeah, because if means that if the last chain linked included an effect that included one of these things. If the last chain included this. It's when is like it goes on the chain immediately. So Branded Lost is going to add to my hand either Fallen of Albaz or one monster that mentions it. So I think I'm locked into exactly Fallen of Albaz because I don't think I run any other targets for that. Oh, no, I can add this guy. Yeah, we're going to add a copy of Albion to hand. Then we're going to Gragnoil, send one level 6 or higher layer dark monster from deck or extra deck to the graveyard. I don't have any more Albion, so it doesn't do anything there. So I think we're just sending to graveyard a copy of Lubistral Lubellion to grave. And now Fenrir gets to do a thing. Mm-hmm. All right, and it will just be banished face up. Banished face down, yes, because it's Fenrir, which really does matter. Yes, on a new chain is the trigger of Cast Your Birth. You can target three cards in my graveyard to banish face down. What are your targets? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chainlink 2. So Chainlink 2, I will activate Branded in Red, targeting Adlib. So Resolution, Adlib will go to hand. And then I will fusion someone level 8 or higher. Fusion monster from my extra deck by banishing fused materials that's not from my hand or field, and it cannot attack directly this turn. So I will go. I'll do the basic thing. So we banish Adlib, Albaz, and Mirror Jade in order to summon Guardian. He kind of is. Summon Guardian Chimera. And then Birth will banish Lubellion and Cartesia face down. Okay, let me make this guy face down real quick. Back to Grave. And then banish face down. Man, for never using Dueling Book before, it has a lot of buttons. Also, new chain, Declare Chimera. So it was summoned by a spell. I will draw cards equal to the number of cards used from hand. So I will draw 1, and then I can destroy cards you control, non-targeting. So anything in response to Chimera. All right. So I will draw 1 new card, and then Chimera I will pop. I will target Fenrir. This one's probably just punishment. Or I guess it could be preparation? Because I'm still thinking about Birth lets you normal summon from hand. So... I already used my normal summon this turn, which is rough. So I will go for... So am I worried about you normal summoning from hand, or am I worried about... Well, I guess you can't go into all of the guys anyways. And if you just go normal summon Unicorn, I can just declare an attack over it. So yeah, I'll go for Fenrir and the face down. Big Bang. All right. And that was on... Yeah. Ah, you pass it back. I guess I might as well use more of my effects during your turn. So I will declare... I'll declare Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. Alright. I will view, and I will send to Graveyard. I think it's just a copy of Opening. Yeah, it's just a copy of Opening. So that goes to Grave. Albion goes to the bottom of the deck. To bottom of deck, and I will draw 1 card. And now priority goes back to you. I will also pass priority. So we go to the end phase. I have no end phase effects, so I will draw. I will... Yeah. So one thing I was thinking about is having both players draw during the draw phases. Was one of the other... I'll just make a note of it. So that one really matters. EX Kashtira effects. Draw both on phase? Question mark. Any other sort of notes you made while going through that game? You were thinking about in terms of the rule quirkiness? That is very understandable. I guess we go that for... Oh gosh, what do I side out? Probably one of you side out. One of you. Sure. One, two, I'm bringing in 3 cards, so I need to take out 1, 2. Let's go 3. Swap cards, and then done siding. Yes. Are you sure you are done siding? Yes, I am, because I barely know this deck. I just ripped it off YouTube. All right. To allow your effects to work. Makes sense, makes sense. On summon, I will chain branded opening. All right. On resolution, I will discard a copy of... I didn't see any of these out of you last time, so I'm just going to guess you don't. We will discard... Actually, no, this is probably safer. Discard 2 Grave, Foolish Burial. We will special summon in defense a copy of Aluber the Duper or Booper. Special summon in defense. Yeah. Triggering Aluber on summon to add to hand a copy of Branded Fusion. To hand. Would you like to do anything on resolution of the effect? Alright. Priority passes to me then. And I will go with a activation of... Oh, wait. Then Fenrir just gets to eat my Mirror Jade. Oh, no. You know, if this Albaz had 3,000 attack, it'd be pretty relevant, but it doesn't. Yeah, we will activate Branded Fusion. Well, that's not the right button. Put that back in the deck. Hold up. Hold up, that's also illegal. To top of the deck. View. There's the button. We send Albaz to grave, and then we send a copy of... We will send a copy of Lubellion. Yes. Special summon Albion. Special summon in attack position, and I will send my Branded Fusion to grave. I will trigger the effect of my Albion. I will banish Aluber and Albaz. So banish and Albaz. Banish. We will go into Lubellion. I have an optional trigger as well as you, so you have the option to activate first. All right. So I could just, well, I did this off of Activate Branded Fusion, so priority goes back to you. So I don't get an attack window right now. I wonder if we could just put a I want to have like a little card somewhere that we could have say who has the next turn priority. Because I am noticing that is getting hard to track. But I will declare Lubellion's effect. Discarding for cost. I'm going to discard this copy of Crossout. I already got this far. To graveyard. Then we will shuffle back Albaz back to the deck. To top of the deck, and then I shuffle. And then we shuffle back Lubellion. Shuffle that back to the extra deck. In order to special summon Mirror Jade. Special summon in attack. And I will shuffle the deck. Fenrir does not target, so you could go for the Albion if I choose to activate Mirror Jade. Which is annoying, but it's fine. So you already specialed Fenrir. You could special summon another Fenrir, but I'm more worried about you having a... So I get to out the Fenrir before you get to add Unicorn to hand, so you might just not have Unicorn in hand sometimes. We'll go with sometimes. I may or may not have cards in hand that do something. Yeah, well, because I'm thinking I might need a Mercury or something. Because, like, if I Mercury or the Fenrir, well, I guess I could Mercury or the Fenrir and chain Mirror Jade banish Fenrir. Because Mercury doesn't negate all of its effects, only the one specifically activating right now. And I'm still worried about you adding Unicorn to hand. So I think just simplifying things, I'm just going to declare Mirror Jade, sending for cost a copy of another copy of Albion to graveyard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't believe it can. I think it needs to be face up to trigger. That will be banished. Banished face down, yes. Special summon in attack position. Banish face down. And now you have priority. Okay. So you go special unicorn, I can just attack it because it'll only have 100 attack. Yeah. It'll have +2 because of a dark and wind. So that'll be 2,700. So I can still attack that. This is fine. This is fine. You could pick Ogre and Crash. I can't actually do anything about that. I could Crash. Excellent point. Yeah. Huh. I will pass priority back to you. Oh, shoot. You can add it to your hand instead. Oh, God. That resolves, yeah. Any normal spell or trap? I know Nadir was your target last time. That is a normal spell. Excellent point. Oh gosh. Shoot. I think I have to pass back again because I just need to be able to attack over Unicorn as soon as you summon it. Oh god, what if you just normal summon Ogre though? What am I gonna do? Yes, I pass priority back to you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I do not. Mirror Jade will go to the graveyard. No! No! Okay, send a fusion monster from deck to graveyard. This goes to the top of the deck. Oh god. Nope. Yeah, I have nothing. Pass it back. Yup, that's fine. Yup. Mm-hmm. I'm clicking buttons. Excuse me. I have a bad habit of doing that. What? Yes. Yes. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't have gassed myself out already, but I don't have enough gas. Yup. I mean, actually, I'm gonna ash the Theosis because I realize I'm just dead if I don't. Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, I'm less dead this way. I mean, there's nothing else to ash other than the Theosis at this point, right? What, I ash... Yeah. Yeah. I'll reveal the last card in hand. It is Mercurier, which is why I was thinking about that interaction. Yeah. Yeah. I technically get a draw during my turn, but I can go... Oh, I don't get a turn at all? Yeah, then I'm very dead. Oh yeah, I think all three of them just kills me anyways, right? Yeah, you got me. Thrust. Yeah, yeah. I will admit defeat. Okay. At least with the current rule set, they don't. Do I want to do anything else? Oh, this card is... Hold on. This card is actually really funny with the current rule set. Okay, yeah, I'll take those and go for... I'll just take out you and, like, you. I'll take out... Honestly, I'll take out all of you, too. And put back in a copy of you and a copy of you. Does that seem reasonable? Yeah. Alright. And I will choose to go first again. Alright. Wow, this is... Oh my god! Oh! Ho, 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 ho. I will start by activating Instant Fusion and pay 1,000 life points. I will special summon from my extra deck a copy of Predaplant Ambulomydales. Trigger effect on... Yeah, declare effect. I'm gonna... you can add one Predaplant monster, one Predap Solar Trap from your deck, graver to your hand. You can target one monster your opponent controls with a Predator counter on a tribute damage. You can target one monster your opponent controls with a Predator counter, or one monster you control in general. Tribute damage. Use one Predaplant monster from your deck. Alright, cool. I actually read what this card does. I will add from my deck to my hand a copy of Bufolicula. And now you get priority. I will on summon Chain Branded Opening. I'll go Branded Opening, discard Gold Sarcophagus, special summon. So we're going to view. Special summon in defense, Aluber the Burr. Special summon in defense. Alright. Trigger effect of Aluber to add from deck to hand. I will search my deck. And I will add from my deck to my hand a copy of Branded... I can actually just straight up add a copy of Branded in red right now. That's fascinating. Truly fascinating. But maybe I should just go for a copy of this. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna add a copy of Branded in red. I'm gaming out here. Yes. I will reveal my extra deck. No, I will show my extra deck. I was too busy looking at it to let you see it. Yes. Alright, this will go to the banish face down. Alright, what do I want to do here? I could go for... nothing engraved target for branded red. I could just activate my pendulum scale? Oh my god, activating pendulum scales is so bad in this format right now. Oh no. You activate a scale and it completely goes to your opponent's priority. Oh no. Yeah, because to actually activate their ignition afterwards, is your opponent gets to do something. If this card is sent to the... I will activate... You can target one monster your opponent controls with a priority counter or any monster I control. Alright. I will declare Ambulomedales, targeting my Aluber. Well, the cost is targeting Aluber. Alright. Go to Grave, and I'm going to special summon from my deck a copy of Plant Darlingtonia Cobra, which has a trigger effect on summon. I'll add one polymerization spell card or fusion spell card. And I am going to add from my deck to my hand a copy of Fusion Deployment. And now priority passes back to you. Oh my god, Triple Tactics Stress is such a good card in this format. I am going... You know what? I am just going to Ash that. I'm done with letting you Resolve Thrust. Very good in the format, and it just is. Alright, what are we looking at now? We're looking at exactly this field. We will activate Fusion Deployment. And you have already seen them, but I am revealing the Graganoganog. This will allow me to special summon my copy of Cartesia. Special summon... we'll special summon an attack. And this will go to the graveyard. Do I want to do anything on summon? Anything on resolution? Nope, I will pass priority back to you. Mm-hmm. Unicorn over Cartesia. Oh shoot, it's not the main phase anymore! Yes. I would like to actually, like, yeah, we that should definitely be in there, right? That should definitely be a thing. I will go Cartesia. I will... Actually, this is really weird now, because then it's like... What do you, are you forced to continue making an attack, or do you get ignition prior? Yeah. So you declare your intention, I declare a chain, and then... Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah. That makes sense, Yeah. So I will fuse... Yeah, oh no, Cartesia's a light! No! I think I just have to go... Can I literally summon anybody else? I think it... Like, I wanted to make Stapelia, but I actually literally just can't. No, I could make Stapelia. I just would... I don't have to use Cartesia. But maybe I should just use Cartesia, right? Because Gragonol is it's pretty good. It's pretty reasonable. True. You know what? Reasonable. You make a good point. And Darling Tonia Cobra literally doesn't do anything else in the field. So we will go Grave with the 2 Predaps to special summon a Predap. Almost like it was intended that way. And now you have... So you still maintain Ignition priority. Yeah. You still maintain Ignition priority. Mm-hmm. Oh, you did it! Oh, this is a soft once per turn. Gosh darn it. Oh, oh, God. Wait, really? It's... Well... So a hard one... I'll put a counter on this guy. That is wild. Oh, God. But now you have 2 monsters. I'm going to stop clicking buttons randomly. Please forgive me. Pretty illegal. It's pretty illegal. We will go... You know what? It's time. We will branded the fusion. We will go the Albaz to grave, not to hand. Please forgive me. Oh gosh, I am a hoo boy, who to graveyard. It's a good thing I don't play on this planet that much. To graveyard. Special summon my boy Albion. Yes. Declare. Banish Albaz. And banish just like I think I just banished like Cobra. Yeah, we just banished like Cobra. In order to get ourselves a copy of our... oh, shoot. I have to discard a card now? Oh, shoot. That's fine. I have more bodies this way. Yes. Is it in quotes? I don't know. Oh, gosh. Please. Oh, no. Special summon in defense. There we go. Place 1 predator counter on it, and if it is level 2, yes, it is linked to the counter. It is not a passive ability. If it was a new line of text afterwards, I will declare the Rebellion on summon, shuffle back Albaz, and I wish I could shuffle back face downs, but I can't. Yes. Pay cost, discard the buff. Discard to graveyard. Buffluff. Yeah, so fusion with Albaz to top of deck. And Cobra? I can send back the Ambulomedes. No, I only have the 1 instant fusion. Well, Ambulomedes is a fusion monster. Yeah, we're going to send that to the extra deck. And Lubellion can't attack the turn it activates its effect anyways. So, yeah, special summon in attack position. Unless you have anything on summon, I pass priority back to you. I could brand it in red fusion with the Mirror Jade. Oh, it's non-targeting! Alright, so, but it's cost to send, then. Alright, well, go ahead and send and target. Target, I have a lot of fusion monsters. So what, I could brand it in red, fuse Aluber, Mirror Jade, and, like, Cartesia into, like, a, into a Guardian Chime? Not a Guardian Chime. Alright, I don't even... What can I fuse into? I could fuse into a... I could summon Granganol. I could summon Queritus? No, Queritus is my Granganol trigger, though. But then it's like a negative value. I don't like negative value. That's like less than 0 value. You have 1 card left in hand after this, though. So then I get to start trying to initiate attacks. I guess I could go into Albion, declare an attack on Unicorn here. If I just let this happen. Or... Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. You do have an Intis on the next chain. Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, we gotta do this. We're going to... Oh, but that banishes my Cartesia to summon the Granganol. Because it doesn't even save the Mirror Jade if I summon the Grand... Well, I guess I could just leave Aluber in hand? I technically didn't normal summon this turn, so it is just 1,800 more damage if I really want it to be. Right, so I could just summon as like an 8... It would literally be just an 1,800 body. One level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck. Man, the Entis on resolution is very annoying. Actually, no, I leave this in hand. Ultimate Slayer resolves. This goes to the extra deck. Alright, Entis target. Yeah. Alright, I will chain Brandon in red. We're going to add back Aluber to hand. And we're going to banish Albion. And banish Aluber. In order to summon the second Dracostapelia. Because it is level 8, right? Okay, cool. I'm not cheating. Excellent. And now I will declare an interest to battle with Dracostapelia. Alright, in the battle phase, I will declare an attack over the Unicorn. Alright. And now you get priority. That will resolve. The Dracostapelia... I guess I'll Predator counter your Dracostapelia. Why not? Alright, they both go to grave. I will declare an interest to battle. Yeah, 1,500 with Cartesia. Alright, you go. Oh wait, do you have another action? Alright, I will activate Bistral Lubellion. I will trigger off the Lubellion Searing Dragon to graveyard. Just summon back Lubellion. Special summon in attack position. I will... You then get priority, but I'm guessing you're good. Alright. Yep, I will attack with it, and then I'll set Branded Lost face up. Oh my god, that last card in hand could just straight up kill me, though. Because I think I have 0 end phase effects. No, I have a Branded Opening could have protected my Dracostapelia from crashing! No! Would be destroyed. Oh, I'm destroyed by card effect! Oh, but I could have let it protect my Albion from the thing. That's a very minor thing, though. I would have literally just been Albion crash. I guess Albion in Graveyard would be better than Albion in Banish. That would be something. Oh, I've done what I've done, because I think I'm gassed. Alright, I will pass the turn to you. Alright, let's see it, let's see it! Alright. And face. activate Birth. I mean, I think I just declare interest to battle. I battle with Lubellion. Woo! Alright, who are we summoning back? Oh, shoot. On summon, I will... Oh, shoot. On summon, I will chain Cartesia. On resolution of the summon, yes. Yeah, which will summon the guy you know about. Because I don't think I can summon anybody else. Yeah. We'll summon Granganog. Oh, shoot. Then you can just banish my Quiritus. Gosh darn it. Can Granganog summon from graveyard? No, of course I can't cheat from graveyard. That's literally how those rules work. I guess I could crash? Is that what that is? I guess we're... Right. And this goes to grave and grave. So, you trigger Unicorn. I trigger Graganol. Declare. And then I also trigger Branded Lost. So Branded Lost. Adding Mercurier does like literally less than nothing. Adding Albion lets me get a random draw. Dude, I'm just adding Fallen of Albaz to hand. Come to me. To hand. And then I will send one level 6 or higher light or dark monster from my deck or extra deck to the graveyard. I could send Albion from my main deck. I could send Adlib. No, I don't have Branded Red anymore. I could send Tragedy to my... No, level 6 or higher. Yeah, so I can send Adlib. I can send Albion, or I could send an extra deck guy. Oh, Albion's back in my extra deck. Yeah, we just sent Albion to grave. Boink. And now Unicorn. Unicorn, you get to look at my extra deck. Yeah, I still have... Oh, shoot, I ran out of Lubellions? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm looking at... Oh, shoot. I always forget the... There's two buttons there. There's a view button and a show button. I need to click the show button. Don't mind me. Oh gosh. I need to stop doing this. Yes, show. Yo, Shroud of Shadows on the lawn. Great to see you guys. Just looked at the chat while I was out here out here gaming. How are you guys doing on this fine individual time of individuals? We are currently trying to rock around. All right, we will banish the Lubellion. Face down. Oh boy. Because I activate a spell card effect, and you, all right, you declare 3 targets. Yup. Banish that face down. Mm-hmm. All right. Man, why doesn't Branded Opening protect my battle? All right. So that was Birth Summon Unicorn, I believe, right? So I could declare an attack. Oh yeah, because Grand Ganola can banish itself from graveyard. What? Why could you do that? Yeah, I will declare interest to battle. I will declare an attack, and they will both go to grave. Yeah, and that was Birth Summon. So now, all right, you get priority. I will use my normal summon to summon Albaz! Okay. So, I feel like I attacked too much. Do you think just in general of the rule set, or like specific things that we could change with changing the rules? Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. The ownership of phases really does matter. Um, um, was there anything else that felt weird so far? Milan, you're feeling less individual with my. Oh no! Oh no! Gotta make you feel that individualism with the individuals. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think about anything else. I I think I would enjoy building a deck specifically for this. Um, I see that you specifically did some building for it, where you grabbed the thrust and stuff. How did that all feel? Yeah, yeah, like thrust and talents are just going to be good cards in this format. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, I think the wording of like your main phase is was mostly for them to say, "Hey, this is ignition during your turn." Whereas like literally the wording between that and like Cartesia, because Cartesia does say, where did I put Cartesia? It's in the banish pile. Cartesia says during the main phase, just because it's a quick effect. So it's like the main phase and any main phase. So I do think that's more of a weird quirk than anything. Um, I'm okay with just saying, yeah, there are too many attacks. I had one like. Sorry, go ahead. Hmm. Yes, if you get as many attacks as you do, like I didn't even think about it far enough, but like think about just any link climbing deck, right? Like just like you're like I summon my link one, I attack with it. I link climb into a link like the link one plus the extra body attack. Make the link two attack. Summon the extra body for the link three. Attack with the extra body. Summon the link three. Summon Celine. Summon Access Code. Attack for like over 10,000 damage. It's a lot. I very much still like the idea of being able to interact with the bodies, because like that whole link climbing thing is like your opponent doesn't do anything, but like I like the idea of your opponent being like, oh, I can attack to interrupt that extra body you got to make your link climbing harder, or like more. You need to think about more of the pieces per se. So is it primarily just we just need to nerf attacking directly? Um, like taking those extra spaces. I mean, when we got into like the grit of it, like like during the first couple like during the first actions of the turn where we're both still generating bodies, it did feel a lot more interactive of like it did feel a lot more. Yeah. They do end that optimal. Okay, I just need to make bodies and attack. Um. No, as long as you are making. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just dead. So it definitely is that aspect of being able to have a bunch of attacks attacking directly. Okay, I guess here's the other question. Do you feel like there is an aspect to the format that is worth spending time to salvage it? Yes. Yeah. I know you like I know when I asked you the question you said you liked janky. What else in mind did you have when you're thinking of janky interactions? Yeah. Mhm. Right. Mhm. Okay. The Squire stat line? Hold on, let me pull up the deck structure. You're talking about bi bicyc bikeroid? Is that what it is? I can't find it on the little thing here. Name for let me just search up a Psychroid. Okay, that's why it does have Squire stats 800 1000. Yeah, it is very janky and cool. I guess I mean, what else does that other than having just limited card pools? Because like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah, there are very small things like that. Mm-hmm. So it's more of a feature of the format, per se. Hmm. I'm trying because again, I want to find a new. I want to try to brew up a custom Yu-Gi-Oh format that achieves these things that people want. Since Team APS talks about it all the time, like they don't have a good format where like, oh, people can play all their quote unquote bad decks and stuff. But it's also like, hi Shroud of Shadows, oh hi, great to see ya. But they don't have the what is it? They have like Heart of the Underdog format technically, but it's like it's always a question of like, oh, how do I determine what you think is fun is what I think is fun, and blah blah blah. So it can't be a like I want to try to see if there's a rule set you can derive that incentivizes that or leads to that. And I don't know what I'm thinking of. What else am I thinking of? I don't know. I need to think of more ideas because the simultaneous Yu-Gi-Oh, like it made each interaction, like each point you had to think of more things, but it kind of also made it so that that thinking time was just longer and more thinking, right? Yeah, it makes them usable turn one, and I like that. What if? Okay, we're gonna keep cooking. So the interesting thing is about using Psychroid as like your play line starter. But what if oh yeah, Shroud of Shadows. We're actually trying to talk about custom Yu-Gi-Oh formats right now. That's what we're trying to come up with. Not necessarily custom cards, but that's a whole another thing elsewise. What about a format that's about like, how do I make it about the niche janky interactions, right? Like what is cool about the thing, right? It's like a very specific piece of like a starter or like the exact stats of the card is what makes it important, right? I don't know what I'm saying. What hmm. Uh-huh. Tier. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I guess that's somewhat of what like a progression series or these other series that have a variable moving like set list kind of go for, right? Of like because it's literally just not every card available, it looks different from the TCG. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, to play their Pot of Greed, Payton's Full Choice, or whatever other DM staple they still have in their collection. Yeah. They always have the Frog TK episode. Progression series just always have a Frog TK episode because all the cards are printed at common throughout the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. What else? So this might be one that I have to keep thinking about in terms of what can we do. I was thinking of maybe doing something like completely alternate Yu-Gi-Oh, where we remove like all of the preconceived notions of you win the game by attacking your opponent to death and by making a million negates. What if again just cooking right now? What about a format that incentivizes so like we still have the like interweaving priority actions just so that you're both taking turns at the same time, but we instead incentivize having these pivots in the middle, like almost thinking about small world bridges, right? Of like, what's like the weird thing, like using a like an Archfiend Link monster, right? Like we're doing like Dark World stuff, but you use the Archfiend Link monster because you want to then pivot into doing Archfiend plays, because for some reason that's like something you're trying to do, like almost like a like small like almost like a Markovi chainy kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the goal is to actually just combo off for as long as possible. And it's like, the issue with that is that there are some very easy infinite loops to do that I'd have to think through. But, like, assuming you could, like, not, like, limit the... Like, the idea of being, like, you're rewarded for finding, like, these really niche bridges. Because, like, I think that's part of, like, the janky idea, right? Like, these two archetypes were never intended to go together, but, like, your Psychroid, which connects your Roid combo to your Monarch combo, is, like, really cool or something. I don't know. What do you think of things surrounding that idea? Does it get you thinking of anything? Right, but it's like, what if that was the goal of the format? So, like, everyone would... Well, okay, maybe if everyone was doing that... Maybe? I might just have to keep thinking about this. For any of you guys watching, if any of you guys have ideas of custom formats you enjoy doing, we would love to hear about that. Because it's a lofty goal to try to get a custom format that achieves the janky funness of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to offer for certain spaces. But by Jove, I believe it's there. I believe it's able to be found. But for the sake of today, that's probably where we're going to leave it to get cooking later. But for those of you guys watching, make sure to tune in on the following weeks. While in the background, we're going to have this really enriching thought problem of coming up with a wild custom format. We do have a very fun little pick-a-pack progression that we're going to be doing for the next couple weeks. For everyone who's turning in now, we're going to start with the 2010 starter deck. And then each week, Blade Wolf and I will each choose a pack out of that year of Yu-Gi-Oh! Starting with 2008. We will each get half of the box of each set, and that will be our card pool progressing from week to week. And opposed to having it be for every single year, we're only going to be going for 7 weeks, and then best of 7 is the series winner. That's what we're planning on going for. So... make sure to tune in live, and ideally, I will be making it going live on YouTube as a series. It might be a quote-unquote low-effort series where I have a really nice like introduction thingy, and then we just have raw gameplay afterwards. But we'll see how it goes for there after all. Blade Wolf, you want to shout out anything? Alright, absolutely. So... again, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys all around on next week at the same time. And as always, I wish you guys all absolutely wonderful. And please,